Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. And if you see my face for the first time, I'm blessing is if I can. And for my returning subscribers, God bless you. Thank you for coming back. All right, okay, the last time I posted a video, I talked about something that has really been bothering me that I really wanted to talk about. And I think I have to talk about this because it's something that has really been happening. And if our ears are down, if we know what's been happening recently, we know that there's something that's been making the rounds in social media, and that's one thing I want to talk about. So if you are in for good stuff, if you want to hear, if you're interested, please sit back, sit put, grab your ice cream, grab your popcorn, and let's go together. All right, okay, so some months ago, or let me say earlier this year, we heard of a story that was rampant, like it was on social media, about how a girl named Kareen Akpaha, I think, from Premier Academy in Lupe, Abuja. That story was making a round. She was from that. She attended that school in. It's actually a boarding school, and the school. Okay. Let me call the whole long story short because that's not the major thing I want to talk about now. So let me call the whole long story short. So it was reported that she was sexually abused, like raped, like severally, and she was trying to get through to her parents, trying to get their attention to be able to tell them, but she was not able to come out with it. She was not even been able to. She was not able to mention names before she passed, before she died. And that particular school was also trying to hide and hide information, not wanting to let out their school and let out the people that are involved. This incident happened earlier this year. When I was going through that story, I literally cried because I started imagining if this was my relative, my sister, my child, or something. And the way things they were going about the whole thing was just annoying because the school was trying to even hide the whole thing, trying to say that is not it, that is not. And I'm like, are these people not human beings? Are these people not human? Are they trying to protect the name of their school? Um, at the expense of students, at the expense of lives. People are dying, and what they care about is their school. Okay, that aside. Now, what is really happening now is a 12-year-old boy named Sylvester Oromoni from Dowen College in Lagos. In fact, when I heard this story, like the thing pissed me off. Like I don't know how to explain. Like I was so angry, I was sad because this is not the first time. This is not the first time. There's another story that I don't want to even mention now because I don't want to make this video very long. And this 12-year-old student from Dowen College in Lagos was oh my god. I'm trying not to really be emotional because it has been heavy for me. It has been painful. It has been, I don't know. Okay. Now, the story that went on was or is this particular guy was beaten by some of his seniors in school. Now, the story has been coming in parts. So let me just be bringing it as it's coming. Okay, so what they said happened was this particular boy was beat. Okay, like their boys came into his hostel, off the lights. Some seniors put off the light. Then beat up this particular boy from his bunk, or he was lying on his bunk, like it was in the evening. He was gisting with his friends and dorm mates. So they came in with belts, put off the lights, beat this boy until he fell from the bed, from his bunk. Fell from his bunk. The Steve was beating him, and finally they mashed his head and warned the rest of the students, his dorm mates, not to say actually what happened. They should that when he's asked, they should say he was playing football. And okay, and lastly, they gave him a chemical. They gave him something to. They forced him to drink something, which later burnt his mouth and all. So they told the students to tell whoever cares to listen that he was playing football. And they also told him that whenever if somebody asks him what happened, he should say he was playing football, like maybe he fell from playing football or something. I don't even understand. According to somebody, person said, is it a spiritual football that will have to injure all? Oh boy, let me just cut the whole story short. So this happened, and this boy was taken to the next morning. He was taken to a their school sick bay. When he went to the school sick bay, that was where they now called his parents, guidance, to come and pick him, that he was not feeling fine. This boy was complaining of back pain. You say it's his chest, or his hair, he cannot walk well. They had to help him to walk, and his mouth was burnt. He will say his throat. Is it football you play and your throat is burnt, your lips are burnt, your back is paining you, your neck, you everywhere is paining you? Is it football? Haba. So, and the school did not even do anything about it. They called the parents and the guidance to tell him that, to tell them that he played football and like he got injured and he's not feeling fine. They should come and pick him. When they came, they took him. He was not even able to walk well. According to them, that night they could not sleep because before you know, he would say they would literally carry him to go and wee, to go and poo. And before you know, you say, yeah, he's pinning him, yeah, he's pinning him, yeah, he's pinning him. And going back on this story, there was one time that the mother said he came home and told the mother that he wants to change school. The mother now said why, that whether she was going to tell her dad or something, and he was like, okay, no, he will not change school again, he will not change school again. So, and the parents did not really, they tried to ask him, but he did not say anything. So everything went on as normal until this, before we now got to this story. So this guy, for a few days, like when they brought him back, took him to the like tried to treat him and all, but he did not survive. He did not make it. He died. That's the most painful part of the whole story. He died. And it was after he died that some stories started coming up. Like, and I don't know. Okay, I will get to it because I am so angry at this point. This guy died, and at least the school sent this guy home, like this boy, like this, he's not feeling fine at all. It's only normal for them to call to ask, how is this child doing? What is the state of things now? No, they did not call, they did not do anything. It was only one of, I think the nurse or someone in the sick bay that called to check up on the child. This boy died. It was after this boy died that stories started coming up, like, okay, now the sister now started talking about, not talk about what really happened before this whole thing. That gave us like a true picture of what really happened before this whole thing. In her own story, she said that there was a day she was okay. Somebody came to tell her, they attend the same school. So somebody came to tell her that her brother went to went about telling some guys about her, like that he had seen her naked, and started describing and telling them what he saw, and that they were making jest, they were laughing and all. So when she heard this, she was so angry and like, how will I brother this kind of thing to her? How will he be passing out that kind of information and making others to laugh at her and look at her in this whole video? I was talking, I didn't know that my phone wasn't recording again. I was out of storage. So let's have to clear some things so that we're able to have some space. I'll try to cut it short so that my phone does not go off again on me. Okay, so the girl, his sister was very angry. Why would he do that kind of a thing? But so later she now saw him with she saw him with, like, I think a prefect and that he was writing something. So she was now wondering what he was doing, only for her to find out that he was making a statement. Like he was later, he now disclosed to her that he was being forced, rather. sorry sorry, that he was being forced to say those things he said. He had to say it so that they will not do anything to him or harm him. That was why he was forced to say what he said. So that's the reason why he did what he did. So later, the girl now looked for a way to call her sister and was angry, was crying, now reported to the sister. The sister was now angry. So she had now told the sister that he was being forced to do what he was doing. So when the sister now called and got through to him and was talking to him, she was screaming at him and all, but he did not. He was just quiet all the while. So according to the sister, she said whenever he has done something that is wrong, he likes defending himself. But the fact that he was not defending himself, it meant like she was sure that he did not do it on purpose, that he was being forced to do it. So when the sister saw what was happening, she knew that this her brother would be in trouble. So she had to now go and report and said this is what is going on. But she didn't bring him out that he was the one that told her, so that he will not be in trouble. So she went to report, and they were now like turning and said she should make statements. This one, they will go together to go and resolve the whole thing. They will call the boys, they will call the boy her brother and all. So this whole thing lingered until later they promised her they were going to suspend those boys that did this thing. So later, even when they had I think according to her, it was a meet and break, and they went on meet and break. So when they went on meet and break, the guy looked for a way to get her number, tried to chat her up on Instagram, and was asking for her number. She finally gave, so that she would just give, at least just, he has been disturbing her. So finally, he was now apologizing for what he did. She was angry. She wanted them to suspend him because she know that this whole thing might lead to something else, and they might bully her brother, or they might harm her brother because of that, because he went to report or something. So she didn't want to bring him out like he's the one that said it, but she was on the matter. So when they resumed meet and break, she was surprised that she saw these same people that were supposed to be suspended. They were still in school, and she was now wondering. She went to her I don't know how they call it, their, is it I don't know. She went to report like these are the people that she was told that were going to be suspended. So why are they still in school? Nobody needed to hear her. Nobody wanted to listen to her. So later, the person that was supposed to even suspend them said he was not going to suspend them, that he didn't say he was going to suspend them. So the whole thing, but the way the whole thing was going, she now felt like, okay, the thing has passed. The thing, days has passed. So she just left the whole thing, did not even go back to it, because nobody called her, because we were going to submit the statement somewhere, and nobody called her that it was time to go and do that. So she just left everything and thought it had finished. The whole thing had ended before this incident really happened. So this story we are hearing now is looking like it is the cause of what really happened later that led to his death. So for this whole, I would have been able to put up the video here, but I don't think I'll do that. So for now, I've been wondering, and the school itself is trying to hide this whole thing and trying to hide information, saying that the boy played football. It was not what really happened. The boy played football. Who has played football and dislocated or fractured his leg, played football and his lips, his mouth got burnt, played football and your chest is paining you, your back is paining you, you say it's this back, you say it's your waist, your leg here is paining, your head, everywhere is football. That is it really a spiritual football or what? I don't get it. So guys, it's really a painful incident. It's really a painful thing that has happened, and this calls for parents also to listen to their children. I'm not blaming anybody here. I am not. Even in the case of Kareen, Akbaha, she was trying to pass a message across to her mom. She was not courageous enough to come out and say the whole thing, but she was dropping chips. She wants to come home, she's not feeling fine, this one, that one. The parents did not pay attention, though this guy did not really give clues from the beginning. He just like, from what we heard, he just said, he wanted to change school or something, and that was all. Before he died, he now said what really happened, how he was beaten, but he didn't name the people. Finally, now names have started coming out, people that did this whole thing. The sister also mentioned the person, the ringleader, the person that forced him to talk, Favor or something. So now I think something should be done. I think something should be done concerning this. Parents, please listen to your children, especially people in boarding house. For me, I don't even support this boarding house thing. If it's a day school, I know that it also happens, but at least it will be limited, and parents will be able to know what is happening sometimes, do not all the time. But this boarding house where you will stay for a long time before you even come and carry, even when you want to say they should come and carry, they'll be asking you. You must have a legit reason why you will leave school and all that. So please, parents, let's listen to our children. That is not the basis of this whole thing, but this is something that's happened. We have to learn from people's mistake, learn from things that have happened, that is happening around us. Teach your children to be bold, not to be timid. Like whenever someone tells you don't tell anybody, tell them that is when you should tell somebody. That's when you should say it out. Encourage our children, always put our ears down to listen to what they are saying. Now I know it's not very easy, sincerely, but I think the government should do something concerning these schools. If it possible, they should be closed down until a valid information, until a concrete information is being given, and until something is being done to those people that perpetrated this evil, because these things cannot continue like that. Everything just is like in Nigeria, everything just goes, just let these things just go like that. Like something will happen before you know, no people follow up, it has gone, and these people will go scot-free. Please, people, if you're watching me and you are in a way able to do something like government or something, please, something should be done. People, in fact, people should raise their voice, people should protest, say out, speak out. Now a mother has also come to speak out how what they did to her child, which her child was almost, in fact, was very sick, and they did not allow her to come and pick the child. Wanting. People have started speaking up. It's time to speak up, and it's time to do something about all these things. We should not keep short for so long. We've been short for so long. So many things have been happening and nothing is happening. People have been doing wrong and going away with it. Now these two people have died in this kind of situation, this kind of issue. Please, something should be done about it. Parents, listen to your children. Most of the times when they try to tell you something, they just tell you once or twice. Inquire, find out. It's not easy, I know. Sometimes it's not even easy to get it out from them, but let's try our best. If possible. I'm not even in for boarding school. I'm not, because these children have to stay a long time out in school, and even if something happens for a period of time, it will take long before the parents will finally know. But if it's a day school, at least you're seeing your child every day. You might notice one or two things, and you want to question and say what is happening, and the truth might come out. But this one, for a long period of time, they're in school, and the school be trying to hide. Proprietresses, are you not human beings? Don't you have kids? Don't you have relatives? Don't you have friends and loved ones that have children? If it's your child that this thing happened to, will you be able to do this thing you are doing, that you will keep quiet? Somebody has died, you are keeping quiet, you don't want to say anything, you are trying to hide the information and saying he was playing football. Is he a spiritual football? What kind of football is that one? Is he just in your school that they play football? So please, people should be truthful. When something has happened, yes, nobody prayed for something bad to happen. But when something like this happens, rather than hiding your school, rather than preserving or shading the name of your school, please come out to these things and deal with people that really did these things. So that, in fact, it will give a good outlook to your school that something happened in your school and it has been addressed, and measures have been put in place that this kind of thing will not happen again. Please, we are all humans, and let's act as one. Thank you very much. I hope we've been able to learn one or two from this. Please, don't forget. Don't see. I was angry, so I was not really smiling. Thank you for watching. I'm grateful you were here. Please, on your way out, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the red subscribe button. Hit the bell by the side to be notified when I post a new video. Like, and put your own comments below. What do you think about this whole thing? What is your own opinion about this whole issue? Please put it up in the comment section. Let me know if you think there's a solution you have to prefer. Please put it. Let's see how this goes. Let's discuss about this and see if there will be a headway. Thank you very much, and bye. Tada, love you.